Hey everyone, I'm Donna from Wanted and Adventure Living Abroad, and today I'm here with Carina from Easy Languages, and I just want to ask you a few questions. So the Easy Languages project, how did that start? Because I know that you've been with it since the beginning, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I'm part of the team. It actually started just as a test or something like a practical thing we wanted to do with our students, because we kept on working with students to teach them how to use media. So we just sent them out to the streets to do some interviews. Only later it happened that people kept on being interested on this kind of format. So we did it again and again. A lot of people replied, and now the first episode has over 1 million views. It's like crazy,
Wow.
And then only later we thought oh, that's a nice idea. We kept on doing these videos over the years, but never on a regular level, and that's actually only where we started like a year ago when we founded Easy Languages.
Languages started with Easy German.
That's
that was
right,
the first one.
Yeah. And then only later we got the idea that we could actually have people collaborating with us. So that's what we are doing now, that we ask people to join us, to join our team.
That's the co-producer program, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
We never really thought it would work out that way, but it's crazy now because we get requests every day for people who want to do the same, and we figured out ways on how to help them. So it's basically a lot of people just come to us who had never worked with video editing, camera, microphones, any of that before. So we help them and try also to train them online.
That's awesome. I think I saw there's a Filipino one, is that right?
Yeah,
and
that's right.
what are some of the other ones?
We have people from, the first ones who started off, Christian from Peru, Marta from Croatia. Then we have now a group in Thailand and Bangkok. In the Philippines, that's a good friend of ours too. In England, we've been in England.
Yeah. So if people are interested, they can just contact you, and then
they just go to our website, easy-languages.org. They send us an email through the contact form, and that's usually how it works.
Okay. And so you've got Easy Languages. Under that, one of those languages is Easy German, and then above Easy Languages would be your other project, the Global Experience. And can you tell me a little bit about what that is?
Well, the Global Experience is actually it's a network. It's not just a project. It's registered as an NGO in Germany. So it's like a non-profit company to say, or like an organization. And we have a lot of projects running. We concentrate on education and intercultural affairs, mostly combined, and media is a great tool to do so. So we usually use media as a tool to work with students. We host international exchange programs, conferences for young people.
Yeah, I saw online there were some opportunities to go to workshops, some volunteer opportunities, and you can register on there and set up a profile. Is that right?
That's what you can do on our website. The website is not that active anymore since there's Facebook. It has been a lot active before, where people actually use the website to make friends, and now a lot of these things go, this everyday communication goes through Facebook. But it's still, you can still register on the website, sure, and there's still people connecting through the website. We have people who actually got married because they met through our network. That's pretty exciting. It's kind of crazy. That's not one of the intended things. But it's beautiful to see once in a while these results coming up.
The people who got married, were they from different cultures?
Yeah. So that's the funny thing. So there's a lot of, apart from that, there's a lot of people making friendships, intercultural friendships, and going abroad, learning how it is to live in a different culture, to be a stranger for a while, and that's the thing that we want to do, to put people in a whole different experience. That's why it's called Global Experience.
That's a good title. So going back to the Easy German and the videos, now I've used them to help me learn German. I found that they're very helpful. Basically, what is the premise for that? You go out on the streets and you ask a different question each time?
Yeah, we mostly set a topic for an episode, and then we just ask people, try to talk to as many different people as possible. And it's always kind of a challenge because some people are also rejecting you, you know, they don't want to answer, or they feel like, what do these guys want? Do I go to television? Do they make fun of me or whatever? But it's usually it's a wonderful experience, mostly because it's not only a way of learning a language through the subtitles, but also getting to know a culture and getting to know different scenes from a culture, you know. And now, while we're expanding the program, we are really looking forward to expand to those cultures where we always have very stereotypical images or very one-sided reports, you know.
So when I first wrote Carina, I told her that my favorite Easy German episode was about shopping. And what I thought was so funny about it was she was standing in front of the supermarket waiting for people to come out to ask them what they had bought. But the problem was nobody wanted to come out, and it kind of created a traffic jam of people hanging out in the entrance-exit area, and they just wouldn't come out. So she had to go and hide behind a bush and wait for someone to come out, and then she just jumped out and asked, you know, hey, what did you buy, you know? And so then in the comments to the video, there were a lot of people from other cultures asking, I don't understand. Why don't the Germans want to answer the questions? In my country, people are dying to get on the camera. You know, they really love to get on the camera. And in America, it's the same. People will do anything to get on the camera. And so, yeah, exactly. It's much easier. You could talk to anybody. They all want to talk to you. And so my question for you is, how do you convince people to talk to you? And what do you do, you know? How do you do that?
It's sometimes very difficult. It depends on the city, on the weather, on the mood, on the location in the city. We have seen, like, there are some parts of Germany or even some parts of our town where, or maybe also depends on the day and where people go. Like if they go somewhere, we once went to a park in Berlin and we thought like, yeah, that's where people go to relax, so they have a lot of time. But that's where people actually didn't feel good about being asked a question because they were like in a holiday mode or like, you know, weekend mode. They didn't want to be like disturbed in that. So like then if you stand maybe in front of the train station, it's like the same people are in a rush, but then there's still some people to talk to. You just have to try and find out. And being rejected it's very hard at the beginning, but after a while you deal with it. And then there are like small tips, like if you just start with a smile and start right away, maybe not explain too much, but just go like, hey, can I ask you a question? Or maybe even start with, hey, we're doing a language learning project. I'd like to know what's your favorite part of the city.
Being in Germany, there are a lot of international people. How often do you ask a question in German and they say, oh, I don't speak German? Does that happen? That
happens quite often, depends on where you are. Like in Berlin, if you go around the typical tourist places, probably like 2/3 of the people wouldn't answer in German, but then we still take them in, you know.
So just wrapping it up, I just want to ask you one more question. What is your favorite episode that you've done? Do you have a favorite episode of Easy German that you've filmed?
That I've done myself? Or?
Yeah, that you've done.
Well, there's not really a favorite one. Like, funny enough, like right now, if I look at some of the episodes that are like 4 or 5 years old, I think some of them are really embarrassing and think like, yeah, that's not me anymore. That's like a different person. And today I would approach people differently, or maybe I would talk differently. So there's even like, I'm not proud of every episode, but they are still online and they work. If people want to see it, it's fine with me. I wouldn't take them out. I hope there's more episodes yet to come because we really plan to produce much more regular right now.
All right, so thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today. We're going to do an episode now of Easy German here in Munich. So make sure to go over to the Easy German channel, Easy Languages YouTube channel, and check that out. Check out all the different languages that you can learn. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen!